We took this vacant, vandalized Kmart building and turned it into a working professional movie studio. We had only a few months to get this building ready to film 2 movies, Medora, Empress of the Badlands, and Hazel, the true story of a brave North Dakota girl that saves her siblings in a horrible blizzard. For Medora, we built everything from a frontier jail to a millionaire's New York apartment. For Hazel, we built everything from a country school to a snowscape big enough for a runaway horse. And we built them all inside our vacant old Kmart building. The first thing we had to build were 2 rooms for the movie Hazel. These would be the living room and bedroom of a frontier farmhouse. Like all of our interiors, we had to start with the floor by laying down 4x8 sheets of particle board and then cutting strips of luan, which is a thin wood material to look like plank floors. Next comes the framing of the walls. Once we get the walls framed, we stand them up and use what we called sliding feet to hold them in place. These sliding feet allow us to slide the wall. These are called wild walls in the industry. These walls can come apart so you can move camera and lighting gear into the set. The bedroom came together pretty easily. You can see here we used wainscoting on the lower portion and sheets of luan on the upper portion. The brown strips were where the pieces came together. We thought we were done with the bedroom, then Greg, our art director, had a new idea. He was really amazing with paint and wall finishings. As you can see, his spackling work on these walls really finished the room beautifully. Then our set dresser, Bren, and her team went to work with furniture and props, and it became a beautiful frontier bedroom.
Hi, I'm JB Holbert, and thanks for joining me here where we take a look at storytelling from our side of the story.
Whether it's novel writing from first idea, cover reveal, to the challenges of being published, or movie making from the screenplay through filming, the challenges of editing, and on to the big screen. So the next thing we had to do was finish the farmhouse main living room. This room wouldn't have doors. It would have a hallway that leads into the room. This entry was going to get lots of screen time, so they wanted it to be something special. We borrowed a stained glass window that had been in my father-in-law's bar that seemed to fit the place perfectly. Again, here we use wainscoting on the bottom and what we thought would be a rich green on the walls. After we were done painting, a decision was made that it was too bright of a green. It almost looked like billiard tables. So we repainted it a deeper green. It still looked a little too green, so our art department cut out stencils and layered on a goldish color stencil design that gave the feeling of an old classic wallpaper. Then our set dressers and art department went to work filling the room with period-correct furniture and props, and a little bit of crepe paper for the birthday party that was going to take place in the room. Now it's time for Tracy from Gator Grip and Lighting and the GE team to work their lighting magic. Now makeup and wardrobe to get the actors ready to play their parts. Inside the room, the sound man checks his equipment, the cameraman gets in position, then it's time for the clapper loader to snap the clapper and the director to yell, "Action!" Amazing how far we came in just a couple months, from 2x4 frames to a fully functional farmhouse movie set.
And I hope you'll subscribe so we can spread the word about filmmaking far from Hollywood. Thanks for watching. See you soon.